I chose to explore the Khan Academy for a couple of reasons. First, I actually chose to do my screener explanation for everybody because I hope to be able to explain it well to my students come fall, if some of them will use the Khan Academy in my applied mathematics course. Excuse me. The other reason is, I'll be honest, I'm a little embarrassed that I haven't explored much on Khan Academy before, because I've heard all sorts of things about it. But I was hoping maybe there's others in the boat that, and in the class, that also haven't utilized or explored it as much, because it's definitely been out there, obviously. So a couple things I wanted to show. So it's got the introduction and the goal of changing education for better by providing a free world-class education for anyone, anywhere. And it requires you to sign in, and so I signed in earlier. I wanted to show you what I found. There's a pretty simple layout of talking about how it works for students and coaches, parents, and teachers. And it does say anyone can register as a teacher or a coach. It looks like you can, if I go here, you can go, excuse me, and set up a class. And so what I would hope to do is set up a class for my applied math students to follow along. And it would be kind of nice because if I have 4 applied math classes, I can just have the one class and register whichever students might need the extra algebra help or whatnot to that class. So I can click on here and it'll bring up some videos. I'm not going to show the whole video, but just kind of this intro page has videos throughout that you can look on and investigate on how-tos. The other spot that I think is important for everyone to see is going just to the home page of Khan Academy and the various subjects. So there's the math, science, humanities, test prep. I was hoping I could use some Khan Academy information, maybe like TED Talks, with my communications class that I teach in Applied Ed, but it didn't look like there was much there besides some world history. So I decided that this area here, the math, would be the best area, and the applied math was pretty intense, so it wasn't exactly what I was hoping I could use with my automotive students and looking for explanations of engine displacement. But mostly I would use it for the algebra and the geometry and just some extra support. So if I say I go into the algebra area, there are some videos that can be used, linear equations, systems of equations, and I'm pretty sure that I could go in and craft my classroom that I would set up for my followers or for my students to be able to follow along, and so they don't get lost in some of these conic sections. I wouldn't really be using that in my applied math class, but that's where I would utilize it. I am excited to dive in and learn a little bit more about Khan Academy. It gives you a chance to practice your skills, and so you can go in and it'll create tests and areas that you can focus on. So if I went in and decided to tell my students to work on their fractions, they could go into the fractions and it will give you some problems, such as fill in the blank 6/11ths, and it looks like is it greater than or less than 8/11th. And if you aren't sure, you can ask for a hint and they give you a graphic, which can be very helpful. So all in all, I think I will use the Khan Academy. I definitely have to do some more investigating though. Thanks.